In the quiet town of Akoko, Ade and Diola live a life filled with both love and heartbreak. Their marriage has been a beautiful one built on trust and affection, but the joy of building a family has eluded them for years. After years of trying, Diola has suffered multiple miscarriages. The loss each time has brought her to the edge of despair, her hope dwindling with each attempt. Finally, they make the difficult yet hopeful decision to adopt a child. Their journey leads them to Bami, a bright-eyed little girl with a big heart. Bami brings light and laughter into their home, filling the emptiness that had once weighed heavily in every corner of the house. Diola especially dotes on Bami, treating her as the daughter she had always dreamed of having. Months passed, and just as Diola begins to embrace her life with Bami as her daughter, she finds out she is pregnant again. This time, the pregnancy goes full term. Diola and Ade welcome a beautiful baby boy, and the joy of holding our biological child overwhelms Diola. But soon, Diola's love for her biological child begins to shift her heart in unexpected ways. She starts to withdraw from Bami. The cherished affection she once had for her adopted daughter is replaced by resentment and frustration. Bami begins to notice the shift. The warmth of her mother's hugs turns cold, and the once scary gestures become rare. At first, Diola keeps her frustrations hidden, showing her love for Bami when Ade is around. But when he leaves for work, a darkness emerges. She begins treating Bami like a maid, giving her endless chores, scolding her for the smallest mistakes, and gradually making the girl feel unwelcome. Bami's bright eyes lose their sparkle. She is confused and heartbroken, wondering what she did wrong to deserve her mother's anger. Diola's treatment worsens, escalating from harsh words to physical abuse. She lashes out, inflicting bruises and scratches that Bami tries to hide. The young girl suffers in silence, afraid to reveal her mother's cruelty, hoping that one day Diola will love her again. One evening, Ade returns home earlier than expected and catches sight of Diola shouting at Bami. He watches in shock as Diola angrily grabs the girl's arm, her voice dripping with hunger he's never seen before. Ade's heart breaks as he realizes the truth. Diola, his once loving wife, has been tormenting the daughter they both cherished. That night, Ade confronts Diola. Horrified by her treatment of Bami, he demands answers, pleading with her to explain the darkness that had taken over her heart. Diola, feeling trapped and overwhelmed, deflects his questions. The bitterness between them grows, and Ade wonders if their marriage will survive the revelation. In a desperate state, Diola convinces herself that if Bami were no longer in their lives, she and Ade could go back to the happiness they once shared. She reaches out to a local man, a known criminal, and pays him to take care of Bami, hoping that without the girl's presence, a marriage will be restored. But what Diola doesn't know is that the man she hired has crossed paths with Ade before. Years ago, Ade had helped him find a job after he had fallen on hard times. Recognizing Bami as Ade's daughter, the man is troubled by Diola's intention and decides to inform Ade. Ade, now aware of his wife's dark plans, is devastated. He decides to confront Diola's intentions, but with caution. He and the man she hired devise a plan to expose a scheme. The next day, Diola believes her plan has succeeded, but when she arrives home, she is met by Ade, the man she hired, and a local police officer. The weight of her actions crashes down on her, and she collapses in tears, overwhelmed with guilt and shame. Deola, now in police custody, begins to understand the depth of her actions. She breaks down, confessing that she never truly wanted to hurt Bami, but that she was drowning in emotions she couldn't control. Through sobs, she admits that after giving birth, she felt a darkness she couldn't shake, one that made her resent her adopted daughter. It is then that the counselor suggests that Deola may be suffering from postpartum depression, a realization that strikes her and Ade deeply. This understanding, though painful, gives them both a glimmer of hope. After seeing a therapist, Deola begins to understand her own emotions better. She reaches out to Ade, pleading for forgiveness. Ade, though still hurt, sees her struggle and agrees to work on rebuilding their trust. He asks Bami if she's willing to forgive her mother, and with the resilience of a child's heart, Bami accepts, longing for a family she once knew. In time, Deola and Ade rebuild their marriage, and Bami is once again embraced as the beloved daughter she has always been. They take each day as it comes, learning to forgive and to love each other with a new depth and understanding. They come together as a family, stronger for the trials they have endured, and they lived as one big family.